Time for E-Corner with yours truly, Noella Karen Yali. I mean, usually we would go for a breather and then come back and then serve you what you love to sip best, which is our hot tea. But time is not our best friend, and so we're going to go straight into business. And I'm going to start with telling you a story about an all-male gospel a cappella quartet or group called Alabaster Box, okay? They came onto the music scene in the year 1995. I remember the first time I heard their song, of which we're going to have a discussion on, which is called Welcome or Akwaaba. I was, listening to Kokroko, hosted by legendary broadcast journalist Kwame Sefakai. And if you are an ardent listener, or you were an ardent listener of that show back in the day, definitely you would know that song was a signature tune. But in case you're still lost, listen. That's the beautiful Akwaaba or Welcome song by veteran Alabaster Box. They've been in the industry for more than a decade, so you should understand why I'm calling them veterans. But that's part one of the story. Now here's part two, and then I'm going to do a linkage to the story. So 6 days ago, this would be around Sunday, rapper Medikal released a song called Welcome to Africa, where he tackles creatively using rap. He tackles some, topical stories right here in Africa, some of the things that we go through, some of the stories that have gone viral here. And he literally talks about it very creatively. It's a nice song. Check it out. But there's a but. And I'm going to tell you why there's a but. But first, listen to the song and pay particular attention to the first 10 minutes or 10 seconds, 10 seconds of that song. That was Welcome to Africa by rapper Medikal. Like I said, it's a creative song. And there wouldn't have been a problem because obviously we all take inspiration from songs, right? But there's a problem because apparently he did not seek permission for sampling Welcome or Akwaaba by Alabaster Box. I mean, I'm sure you noticed that the first 10 seconds of the song featured, the song. And so this week we saw a letter that went viral on social media. Apparently it was a letter by lawyers of Alabaster Box. They wrote the letter to Medikal, basically telling him a number of things they want him to do, following the fact that he had infringed on their intellectual property, copyright infringement. And so that's the letter you're seeing on your screens. I'm going to read the salient bit of it because it's quite lengthy. So it says, Dear Mr. Edu Frimpong, which is the real name of rapper Medikal, unauthorized use and infringement of copyright materials with respect to your song Welcome to Africa. We represent and hold the firm instructions of the musical group The Alabaster Box, our clients, and write to you regarding the above subject matter. Our clients are the copyright owners of the hit song Akwaaba, which literally means welcome in English. For more than 2 decades, our clients have promoted and performed the song exclusively as copyright owners at local and international events and platforms and through commercial sales, gaining global recognition for the unique composition of the music. You know what? I'm going to skip and go down to the demands they're making because they've already registered the fact that they are unhappy about the fact that he decided to sample the song without seeking proper permission. And so these are the number of things they're asking for. 1, the withdrawal of the infringing song from distribution and circulation from all traditional and digital platforms, the cessation of any public performance, direct marketing and or sale of the infringing song, the termination of any subsisting agreement for the production, promotion, distribution and sale of the infringing song, and the submission of copies of the related contract and the termination notifications to them. Also, the provision of a detailed account of all revenue from the promotion, distribution, performance, and marketing of the infringing song. And finally, the specification and writing of the names of all parties or persons you have provided copies of the infringing song to, and steps you are undertaking to retrieve some from them. And so they gave him a deadline, and today is the deadline, and we haven't seen rapper Medikal respond to the letter. And so we want to get on our Zoom and speak to the representative of Alabaster Box. He's in the person of Mr. Richard Nunekpeku. I hope I did not murder the name, but he is the managing partner of Sustainary Attorneys, PRUC, and lawyer for Alabaster Box. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. And so, I mean, obviously, this is a letter that I assume you wrote to Medikal, obviously registering your displeasure about the fact that he had used your client's song without seeking proper, permission. You gave him a deadline. Today is the deadline. What is the updates? Has he reached out to you? Has he not? What's the situation?
So for us, we represent our clients who, like you did indicated, are the owners of the copyright in the Akwaaba song. And per our letter, we observe that Medikal have used portions of the song, and not just portions of the song. We think that his whole song was influenced by his familiarity with our client's work, because the choice of title and some other verses that were used in the song shows clearly that he did know the extent to which our client's work was popular and could represent the right way by which he could unjustly benefit from their work. And without seeking the appropriate approvals prior to use of the work, our clients legitimately has a right to protect. So what we did on the instructions of our client was to not just notify him of the said infringement, but to also demand the things you read to be done immediately. But those things, as at this morning, we've not had any formal response from him or his team. And like we did promise, this is not the end of the instructions our clients have given us. So we'll be taking this a step further by seeking to remedy this infringement, which is deliberate and intentional on his part, because we know, being a creative person, he understands people's right in the works they produce. And if you have watched his video on YouTube, the tail end of that upload, he did rightly acknowledge that he has a right that he's reserving. So what about our client's right?
Right.
Can they be abused in the manner in which he has done without authorization? We do not think so. And the law does not think so as well.
Lawyer for the all-male a cappella quartet or group, Alabaster Box, I beg your pardon. And he has been speaking to us this morning on the issue of, the copyright infringement involving his client, Alabaster Box, and that of rapper Medikal, who actually did the sampling without seeking proper permission from his clients. Thank you so much, sir. And of course, that wraps up our show for today. It's been wonderful. And of course, from all of us here at the AM show, I'm talking me, Sweetie, and Benjamin, we say thank you so much for watching. And of course, Mami C. Thompson is up next with Joy News